सर छोड़ दिया ना।
अगर मुंह धो Okay, so now we'll begin with the classes. Before I begin with the classes, I request you all to again turn on your videos. Those who are sitting with their videos off, please turn on your videos. And let me check. Yes, you have been allowed to rename yourself. Those of you who have not added their class and section next to their name, please do it now. Please add your class and section after your name. Okay, so before I begin, please somebody tell me if I'm clearly audible and visible. Please give a thumbs up that if I'm clearly audible and visible. Okay, fine. So that means I'm clearly audible and visible. So we can begin with today's class. We can now begin with today's class. Before we begin with today's class, let me ask you one question. Have you all done the homework that I had given? Though I couldn't upload it day before yesterday because I was facing some technological issues. I did it yesterday, last day. So have you all received it? Please raise your hand if you have received it or if you have seen that. Okay, only one. Only one. Okay, fine. Okay, so many are there. Have you all done that homework? Have you all done that? Okay, so maybe discuss the answers. Fine. You can lower your hand and I'll ask who is to speak. I'll ask. Okay. Okay. So the first question. Okay. Devesh, can you hear me? Unmute yourself, beta. What happened? Unmute yourself, Devesh. There is no use of attending the class like this if day after day you keep on giving the same excuse that you are speaking and we aren't able to listen. Okay, get it fixed if at all you are facing some issues. Ayush Kumar.
Yes, miss.
Unmute yourself, dear. And just say the answer for the first one. What was the first question?
Miss, yesterday I have not seen that homework.
Why?
Miss, at late night I can't see.
Okay, fine. Early morning, I'm not in the mood of listening to excuses. Utkarsh Kumar, have you done? No. Rajnandini? So fine, let me take up the hands of those who have raised their hands. First one, as soon as we reached the church, the mass began.
Hardly did we reach the church when the mass began.
Hardly did we reach the church when the mass began. Okay.
Began.
Fine. Good, very good. The next one, Parth. You can lower your hand, Rajnandini. No sooner had he opened his shop than all his goods were sold out. Rewrite using as soon as.
As soon as he had opened his shop, his all goods were sold out.
Okay, fine, very good. So we'll write it like this. As soon as. Now, since in the question it has used had, is in past perfect. So naturally, the answer should also be in the same tense. So as soon as he had opened his shop, then Dan will be replaced with the comma. All his goods were sold out. Understood? This is going to be the answer. Next one. Okay, Yashika. As soon as I got the news, I left for Mumbai.
No sooner did I get the news than I left for Mumbai.
Very good. No sooner did I get the news than I left for Mumbai. What happened, Himesh? Answer the next one. Very good, Yashika. You can mute yourself and lower your hand.
Miss fifth one.
The third one. The
Miss
fourth
third one.
Fourth one.
Yes, Miss.
Fourth one.
Telling. Miss hardly did one. Miss hardly one enters the forest. He has.
After hardly, after no sooner, you have to use a helping verb.
Yes, Miss.
Read out the question for me. Read out the question.
Miss hard.
Read out the
Miss
question.
Miss, as soon as one enters the forest, he sees a tiger.
As soon as one enters the forest,
He sees a tiger.
comma, he sees a
Tiger.
right? Now tell me one thing.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to write using hardly.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to rewrite it using hardly. So as soon as it's getting replaced with hardly, okay, there is no contribution up to here, I guess. After that, what is the tense of the question? Tell me first.
Miss one enters. Miss, I think so. It will be that simple past.
Because please, one enters the forest.
Miss present. Simple present.
Simple present. And in
Yes,
case
ma'am.
of simple present, what are the helping verbs that we use?
Miss did.
I'll give you nicely. I'll enter the screen and I'll give you nicely.
Miss do or does.
Do or does. So what do you think we'll be using over here? What is the subject over here? One.
Miss one.
That means it is singular.
Yes, Miss does.
So
Will
that-
use.
With the singular noun, with a singular subject, this you remember, right? After when you begin a statement with hardly or no sooner, then you have to follow a verb plus subject pattern.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what verb, what helping verb are you going to insert over here? Do or does?
Miss does.
Hardly does. One. After that,
Miss enters the forest.
then
Miss he see a tiger. Miss,
read it properly and it is hardly. Follow the
Yes,
correct
miss.
format.
Miss not remembering the format.
I mean, what is this? Huh? I thought you have very good understanding and still you are behaving like this, Ramesh. This is so disappointing. Okay, Ayushi, tell me the answer thereafter.
Yes, ma'am. Hardly does one enter the forest when he sees a tiger.
And when he sees a tiger. Understood? Is this correct? Okay, fine. Very good, Ayushi. After that, the next one. What is the next question? I don't have the questions with me. I'm finding fifth one, right? This was the fourth one. Now we have to discuss the fifth one. Okay. Iram.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, beta.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
As soon as the captain cried out, the sailors rushed to help him.
Very good. As soon as the captain cried out, comma, the sailors rushed to help him. Okay, that's it. Any other addition that you would like to make to this answer? No.
No.
Very good. Very good, Ida. Very good. Okay, next one, Ayushi Gupta. Say the answer.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Sixth one. As soon as
No.
he lit his cigarette, the teacher entered.
No sooner does he lit his cigarette
Beta,
than
tell me
the
first of all. Wait. You're wrong. Ayushi, you're wrong.
ma'am. No sooner did
After that?
he lit his cigarette than
Read out the question for me once.
as soon as he lit his cigarette, the teacher entered.
As soon as he lit his I'm not writing the rest of the question. Now tell me from here, the given statement, now you have to replace as soon as with what? No sooner?
No sooner.
You have to replace it with no sooner, okay, good. Now we very well know that after no sooner, after hardly, we have to follow the verb plus subject pattern. So verb or helping verb will be extracted depending upon the tense of the given statement. What is the tense of the statement?
Past tense.
Simple past. So in case of simple past, what are the options for helping verb?
Ma'am?
In simple past, what are the options for helping verb?
Ma'am, we use did.
Did. Okay. So we'll use it over here.
Yes, ma'am.
No sooner did. After that subject, which subject? What is the subject over here?
He.
He. No sooner did he. Then this verb. With did, with does, you are supposed to use base form of the verb. So what will
Yes,
be the
ma'am.
base form of this lit?
Light.
Very good. Did he light his cigarette after that?
Light his cigarette, then the teacher entered.
Very good. Okay. Please don't make such mistakes. You have to remember one thing, that with does and did, you are supposed to use the base form of the verb. There is no exception. Okay? Fine. Next, Samriddhi. Seventh one. As soon as she, good morning, beta, she called me, she realized her folly. You have to begin with hardly.
Hardly did she call me when she realized her folly.
Very good. Hardly did she call me when she realized her folly. Very good. Next one. Dev. Dev, tell me the next one, beta.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Eighth one. As soon as the choir had started singing, the organs broke down.
No sooner had the child started singing, the organs broke down.
No sooner had the choir started singing than the organs broke down.
Yes.
Okay, then the organs broke down. Be very crystal clear. There should be no confusion when you are, like, answering all these things. I want you to be well versed in it, because definitely 3 questions you are going to get at least in your first semester. One for as soon as, one for no sooner, one for hardly. We are not going to cover much before your first semester examination. So whatever we have done, we'll try and focus on revising the same so that you are well versed in it, and at the same time you will score good marks. Okay, fine. Nirmit, next one, beta. 9th one. As soon as he spoke about her, she arrived.
Good morning, Miss. Hardly did he spoke.
Ah.
Hardly did he spoke about her.
Nirmit,
Hardly did he speak about her. Then she arrived.
hardly did he speak.
Yes, miss.
Even by mistake, you shouldn't say like this. Even by mistake, okay, you should not add second form or third form of the verb with did and does. Got
Okay,
it?
miss.
Hardly
Yes, miss.
did he speak about her when she arrived.
Arrive.
Okay, okay, good. Fine. Amrita Dwivedi, will you be able to answer the last one, beta?
Miss, as soon
Say, tell me.
as
Hmm? As soon
he
as.
in the book,
Lot of disturbance at your end, Amrita. Say the answer, beta. Say the answer.
Miss, as soon as had I opened the book, then I
Oh,
found
wrong. See, you have to clearly understand. Put yourself under, there's so much of disturbance at your end. Don't raise your hand like this. Let me explain. Even if one is not able to understand, means there must be a confusion with a lot of you. The question is, okay. Now the given question is, no sooner had I opened the book than I found what I was looking for. Okay. Now, over here, this no sooner needs to be replaced with, wait. Okay. This no sooner needs to be replaced with what? It needs to be replaced with as soon as. Then up till here, I hope there is no confusion. After that, in case of no sooner or hardly, we follow verb plus subject pattern. But when it comes to as soon as, we have to follow subject plus verb. So what is the subject now? I. As soon as I, verb is had. As soon as I had. Understood? As soon as I had. Up till here, any confusion in the first clause? As soon as I had opened the book. Thereafter, then or when, it gets replaced with what? Comma. Okay? I found. Any confusion? Any confusion? Okay. Now, how many of you, those who had solved it last class, in the last class, how many of you got all the answers correct? Those of you who had solved it in the last class, just a second class. Okay. I'm so sorry, there was some interruption in between. So how many, okay, fine. So there are so many hands raised. So all of you got all the answers correct. Okay, that is so good. And see, one thing I would like to tell you very frankly that I know these days, like you must be having a lot of pressure because teachers are completing this syllabus, so you have to write, you have to learn. So such type of pressure, you must be undergoing those pressures. So please, it's my humble request to all of you that pay maximum attention here in the class so that your learning part, your understanding part is mostly covered in the class itself. You don't have to spare extra time for that. Okay, after that, once you've understood the concept very well over here, then you solve 2-3 questions or you do 1 or 2 questions in your copy, you are done with the chapter. You only need to revise it or maybe go through it once before your exam. So try to keep yourself strategic. Try to channelize all your energy. It's not that you are sitting over here and you are sitting like, you know, I have around 173 right now. Okay, in the meeting room in my class, but frankly speaking, only maybe maximum 100 will be active. Remaining 73, they would even not know what was done in the previous class. So I don't want such sort of participation. Please, morning, I am very pleased to get this morning class once in a day, once in a week, because this is the time when you can channelize most of your energy into what you are doing. So please use it fruitfully, use it wisely, and do your things from assign whatever is assigned to you, do it in a systematic way. Especially in my class, I am not giving you much homework. It was only after, since we started these 2 topics, when we did tens, I only asked you to revise and prepare what was done in the class. It was only after we did this if unless and this no sooner hardly that I had given you at least 10-15 questions in homework, because without that practice, you won't be able to remember the concept, because it's just like maths. It's just like maths. Okay. So please, once try to get your doubts clarified during the class, try to make maximum use of this 45 minutes. So anyways, we'll now begin with synthesis. Okay. See, I told you, when I told you the paper pattern, I had clearly told you that question number 5 is based on tens, and that question number 5 in your question paper will have around 5 subdivisions. I told you that, sorry, 4 subdivisions. The first one is related to tens that we have already done. The second one, Vibhu, sit straight, beta. The second one is related to prepositions. That is something that you had been doing since your very childhood, and gradually you need to practice 1 or 2 practice papers and then you will be well versed in it. The third one is synthesis. We are going to deal with it now. The last one is do as directed kind of questions, wherein you will have a miscellaneous sort of question. You can have active, passive, you can have direct and indirect, though we haven't yet covered these 2 topics. But for that last one, what topics we have covered so far are, we have done subject verb agreement, we have done if, unless, no sooner, hardly, as soon as. Okay, so still we have covered a lot. Suppose if at all we are not able to cover both active and passive before your exam, then don't you think that there will be no question from that particular part. This is something that you had been doing. Last year also you have done 2 enough, adverbs 2 and enough you have done last year. Okay, all these things you have already done. So it doesn't mean I have not covered it this year in the first semester, doesn't mean it won't come. It can come, because grammar, once you reach in 9th standard, has got no syllabus. It is very vast. Got it? So be prepared accordingly. And today, though I told that I'll be beginning with no, not only but also, but anyways, that would hardly take 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, to cover that one topic. So let me begin with synthesis. In the next session, we can take up that topic. Okay, so synthesis of sentences. This is difficult if you do not understand, okay? And if you understand, it's just a piece of cake. Just a second. Okay. So, fine. So we'll begin with synthesis. What do you mean by synthesis? What do you mean by synthesis? Okay, there are so many hands up. Okay, before I take the answer for this question, one more thing. In the previous class, along with these questions, I had also given one topic for paragraph writing of around 200 words. Why I gave a paragraph writing? Paragraph writing is not there in your syllabus. You will have essays only of 300 to 350 words. But I gave you a paragraph writing so that if you have written a paragraph of 150 or 200 words, I can make one or two of you to read it out here in the class. But since most of you had not seen the questions, most of you had not seen the homework last day, so I'm giving you 2 more days and I'll be taking up this homework on Friday. Understood? I hope it is clear to all that this particular question, this particular paragraph writing which I had given in the previous class, since I uploaded it yesterday, I have not discussed it today because most of you have not seen it. I'll be taking it up on Friday. So on Friday, please, when you come for attending the class, write a paragraph on importance of reading books in 150 or 200 words. Okay, and then I can make few of you, means I can ask few of you to read out your paragraphs and I can tell you what your mistakes are. And others, when you get to know about the mistakes of their friends, you can also rectify yourself. Okay, so that is how we are going to continue. Fine. So what do you think is synthesis? Krishna, tell me.
Good morning, ma'am. Miss, synthesis means to combine.
To combine. Very good. Synthesis means to combine. Now, here it's all about combining two sentences, and in your exam, you will have questions like join two sentences without using and, but, or, so. Okay. So how can we do that? Before you understand how to combine sentence, please understand what is a simple sentence. What is a compound sentence? And finally, what is a complex sentence? Okay? Simple, compound, and complex. You need to understand these three properly, and then you also need to understand what kind of conjunctions are used here and what conjunctions are used here. Okay. So, see the first one. Simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Can someone tell me what is a simple sentence? Anything that you remember from your last year's? Anything that you remember? Okay, there are so many hands up. Anshika.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta.
Ma'am, simple sentences are those sentences containing only one subject and one verb.
With a finite verb. Can you give me an example?
He writes a letter.
Fine, he writes a letter. Okay, very good. Anshika, very good. You can mute yourself and lower your hand. Now here it is written, he writes a letter. That means we have the subject, we have this predicate, we have this finite verb. Yes? So one subject, one predicate, that means it is a simple sentence and also it is giving a complete sense. Now suppose if I modify it and I write, What is it? He writes a letter and she reads a novel. How many subjects now? 2. He and she. 2 predicates. Obviously, if 2 predicate means there will be 2 verb, 2 finite verb. Got it? So, such kind of sentences which have got 2 subject, 2 predicate, they are joined using a conjunction. What kind of conjunctions are they? These are coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunction. So we have got a subject here, 2 subjects here, 2 predicate over here, 2 verbs. So that means they are joined together using a conjunction which is called coordinating conjunction, and such kind of sentences are known as compound sentence. So here, since we had one subject, one predicate, so there was no division of clause or phrase as such. But here we have got 2 clauses. I hope you all understand what are clauses and what are phrases. What is the difference between a clause and a phrase? Clause is group of words that gives complete sense. Okay, and this is part of a major sentence or bigger sentence. So this is the clause. Why this group of words? It is giving you a complete sentence from he to letter. This is one clause. Why? Because this gives complete meaning and at the same time it is part of a bigger sentence. Got it? Same goes for she reads a novel. This is also a group of words giving you a complete meaning, but it is part of a bigger sentence. So these 2 are clauses. So if you notice properly, you will realize that both these clauses, they can exist independently. I hope you understand what you mean by independent existence, जो खुद में self sufficient है, जिसको किसी और clause की जरूरत नहीं अपना meaning complete करने के लिए. That is what is known as independent existence. Amrita, what are you doing, beta? What are you writing, beta? Understand it first. If you are doing the work for some other subject, you can just leave the meeting and you can continue that work. I have no issues. But don't continue what you are continuing here in the class, thinking that we won't be able to catch you. Okay, so what I've said is these 2 clauses, the first clause and the second clause, both these clauses are capable of independent existence. They can exist independently, and hence such kind of clauses are known as main clauses. Got it? So compound sentence will have 2 main clauses or more, 2 main clauses. Got it? Now come to complex sentence. Let us take one example of complex sentence. So he was reading a book when I entered. Again we have subject, he was reading a book. This is the predicate, and we have this verb, finite verb. Similarly, I entered. That is also here again we have a subject, we have a predicate. Any confusion up till here? Can you identify the subject and the predicates over there? Now, these 2 clauses are joined using the conjunction when. Okay, now you must have now understood the difference between and when. When they were joined using and, both clauses were capable of independent existence. But because of this when, here now this can stand on its own. The first clause can stand on its own. So we can say that it is a main clause. Isn't it? It is a main clause. Main clause means it can stand on its own. But what about the other clause? It cannot stand on its own, and it is a completed clause for the completion of its meaning, and hence it is dependent clause. The first one is independent clause, the second one one is dependent clause. Why dependent? Because it depends upon the first clause for the completion of its meaning. Have you understood it? Did you understand this? Okay. So, these conjunctions which are used in complex sentences are known as, I'll write it here. Sorry. What are they known as? They are known as subordinating conjunction. I hope you all must have heard these terms earlier. So when we are doing the synthesis is like joining two simple sentences into one simple sentence, joining two simple sentences into one compound sentence, or one complex sentence, like that. Okay, so it was very, very important that you knew the concept of simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence, and the conjunctions which are used. Okay, so let me once again repeat it. In case of synthesis, we are combining two sentences, okay, into one. Whether be it two simple sentences combined into one simple sentence, two simple sentences combined into one compound or one complex sentence, depending upon what the question is asked you to do. Okay, now there are three kinds of sentences: simple, compound, and complex. Simple, compound, and complex. I told you what are simple sentences. Simple sentences are something which will have one subject, one predicate. Will have one subject and one predicate. Okay, and one finite verb, and then there will be no other, like, division of clause and phrase in it. Got it? So this is what is simple sentence. Then comes what? Compound sentence. Compound sentence will have two subjects, two predicate, joined using it. It has got two clauses, but both the clauses are independent clause. They do not depend on any other part of the sentence for the completion of their meaning. Both these clauses are independent clause, and they are joined using conjunctions called coordinating conjunction. This is what is compound sentence. Understood? So what are compound sentence? Compound sentence consists of two clauses, two main clauses, joined using coordinating conjunction. Both the clauses are capable of independent existence, and hence two clauses are here. So we'll have two subjects, two predicate, and two finite verbs. Got it? Then comes what? Complex sentence. Then comes what? Complex sentence. So in case of complex sentence, again we'll have one main clause and one subordinating clause or dependent clause. Now dependent clause depends upon the main clause for the completion of its meaning. We have already seen the example over here. When I entered. If I only tell you when I entered, is the meaning clear? Is the meaning clear to you? No. You need to know the context. You need to know he was reading when I entered. So the meaning for this one depends upon the first clause. The meaning for this one depends upon the first clause. So that is how a complex sentence is formed. It will be having two or more clauses, where one will be main clause, others will be dependent on the main clause for the completion of their meaning, and both the clauses are joined using subordinating conjunction. So since the clauses are joined using subordinating conjunction, the dependent clause is also known as subordinating clause. Dependent clause is also known as subordinating clause. Any doubt? Now, time is already up. Okay, so I won't proceed further with the synthesis. Okay, let me just give you a quick hint. When you are joining the sentences, suppose if somebody asks you to join two simple sentences into one complex sentence, you can easily do it if you have in your mind the list of subordinating conjunction. You can use those subordinating conjunction and join two simple sentences into one complex sentence. Then comes what? Simple sentence. For joining two sentences into one simple sentence, see, if it was compound and complex, we had the list of conjunction. But can you use conjunctions in simple sentence? You cannot. Because the moment you use conjunction, be it coordinating or subordinating, it will no more be a simple sentence. So for joining two sentences into one simple sentence, we have other different methods. Like we can use to infinitive, we can use apposition, we can use participle. Okay, all these things we'll be doing it in detail in the next class. And what else? Okay, one more thing. Just take any random practice papers given in your book, or I'll tell you this way. I'll tell you. Come to page number 209, 209 of your textbook. Okay, there if you see the instruction given for question number 5C is join the following sentences to make one complete sentence without using and, but, or, so. So can someone tell me what kind of conjunctions are these, and, but, or, so? What kind of conjunctions are these? Okay, Parth. Okay, wait, I have a new face over here. Achintya.
Miss coordinating.
Yeah, coordinating conjunction, very good. So I had so many hands up. That is so soothing to see. Very good. So many people, so many of you participating. So as Achintya told, and, but, or, so, they are coordinating conjunction. So when the question has clearly given you an instruction of for not using these four coordinating conjunction, it's better you avoid all coordinating conjunction. So in this particular question, when you are joining the sentence, we'll be joining it into either a simple sentence or a complex sentence. If you join it into a compound sentence, your answer will be wrong. Understood what I'm saying? In this particular question, if you are joining the sentence into one compound sentence, your answer will be wrong, because only complex and simple sentences will be accepted. Got it? The same is the case in council, in your board examinations as well. Okay, so definitely, since you cannot join it into one compound sentence, we'll not see how to join into one compound sentence. In the next class, we'll see how you can join two simple sentences into one simple and one complex sentence. Got that? And today, by 1, okay, you will find this also, like whatever I have taught here, it will be uploaded. The notes for this will be uploaded in the website. Make sure you are writing it down in your copy. It will not be much, hardly 4 or 5 points. Make sure you write it down in your copy, because otherwise, if you do not copy it down in your copy, later on you might forget that what is a simple sentence, what are the list of coordinating conjunction, what is the list of subordinating conjunction, all these things. Okay. So please make sure you are writing down the notes in your copy. Also, on Friday, as I told you, you will be writing that paragraph and I will be asking you to speak on it. Okay. So Dev, tell me what is your doubt?
Miss, in paragraph writing, you have tell the format.
No format is there, beta, for paragraph writing. What is the format?
Then you will write my own.
Yes, you have to write it on your own. It's a practice that I'm giving you before your examination.
Okay.
Then Urvashi.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Ma'am, that paragraph only we have to write, which you have uploaded on website.
Yes, beta, yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So any more doubt regarding whatever we have discussed today? Okay, Ranveer, tell me.
Miss, I'm facing difficulties in conversion into hardly, from as soon as to hardly.
Why?
Miss, usage of Miss helping verbs.
Huh?
Miss, that I'm facing difficulties in.
Why? Give me a statement.
Miss, like one statement that you have given, that Miss, as soon as she called me, then she realized her folly.
Okay, wait a second. Let me write it. What did you say? As soon as she called me,
she realized her folly.
This is the statement.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Why are you facing a difficulty? See, I taught you tense. The very first topic that I dealt with you was tense, only because I knew it very well that the rest of the topics are somewhere interconnected to tense. Here, try to find out the tense of the first clause. What is the tense of the first clause?
It is the present.
Read it properly, Ranveer. As soon as she called me.
Miss, she called me is past, and miss, as soon as was used as present.
As soon as has got no tense. Tense will be dependent on the verb. What is the verb over here? Called. Called is in past.
Called is past. Yes, miss.
Called is in past. Here. So in case of past tense, what are the options of helping verb that you have?
Miss, did.
Did. So you can now hardly, you can begin the statement with as soon as you can replace with hardly. And after hardly and no sooner, I told you that we'll be following the verb plus subject pattern. I told you that. So what will be the verb now?
Miss, verb will be called. Miss, it will be hardly did she call me.
Helping
Miss,
verb.
helping verb, miss, did. Miss, helping verb
Hardly
did.
did. Then what is the subject?
Miss, she.
She is, see, why you cannot write called and why only did has to be written? Because we are now following the interrogative pattern. Got it?
Yes, miss.
Interrogative pattern or questions can be formed using helping verb and not main verb. So that is the reason we have to have this helping verb. Can you do it now?
Miss, so it will be hardly did she call me when she realized her folly. Okay, miss. Thank you, ma'am.
Solve few more questions from here and there. Okay, you people have got a lot of access to internet, Google. Download the questions without the solution, solve them. Then if you have any doubt, you can ask it to me here in the class. But you need to practice as much as you can. I can give you around 20-30 questions. I can easily upload that, but then you will have problem because you will think it's a burden on you. I don't want that. So better you take keen interest in your own, on your own, solve the questions and come to me, I'll help you out. Okay, fine. So I hope whatever was done today is clear. Today we have discussed what is simple sentence, what is compound, what is complex sentence. And we have seen what are subordinating and what are coordinating conjunction. The same will be uploaded here after this class in the form of notes. You can check it after one we'll get it. Okay, so please make sure that you are copying down those notes in your copy, in your fair copy. And on Friday, be thorough with the concept of what we have done today so that we can proceed ahead with the explanations. Clear? Okay, fine. Study well. See you all again on Friday.